All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a short video of the Anination podcast. As you see in the title, we are going to be highlighting what's new in June of 2025.
What is up, everyone? We are back, and we do apologize for the inconvenience yesterday. But
Yeah, yesterday was an interesting one. I don't know what happened. I'll explain it more as we progress into the episode. But no, I mean, it has been a while. It has been, 2 weeks since we ever did an episode. So it's best time to also catch up on our lives as well.
yeah, needs to say we're back, and we're happy to be back.
Exactly. So, all right. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and prepare ourselves. We'll give you guys like a minute for y'all to prepare, and then, yeah, we'll be back into this new video of what we're gonna be highlighting in June of 2025.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome to an all-new video for the Anination podcast. As we are highlighting the good things that we're going to be looking for in the world of animation in 2025 of June.
Let's go. What's up, Anination World? I hope y'all are doing fantastic. And yeah, it is good to be back, and we are good as new.
Yeah, refreshed, I would say, after our 2-week vacation, not being here in the studio, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels a bit bittersweet because I had some good memories from that time, but yeah, back to reality, I guess.
Yeah, but how do you feel about going back from the islands here, back in the United States?
I'm still mentally not ready, but still, physically, I gotta get
Well,
ready.
here's the thing, like, you came back, like, midweek last week.
I came back on Friday. We stayed for 5 days.
Well, nonetheless, like, you left, like, on a Sunday or something, then you came back on a Friday. I thought you were actually going to be there for the whole entire week, you know?
No, because that timeshare was only for Sunday through Friday.
Oh, for the timeshare? Oh,
yeah, my mom had
it was a timeshare thing? Oh.
It was my mom had the timeshare thing for us to stay in this hotel in Hawaii, so we made the most of it.
Yeah, it was interesting because I think you invited me before to be a part of that.
Yeah, it was originally, but then my mom was like, she wanted to be exclusively a family thing where it's her, me, my brother, her boyfriend, all that stuff.
Okay, so it's just more of a family get-together?
Yeah, it's strictly family, yeah.
Okay, so what did you do in Hawaii, by the way, besides, just relaxing at the beach?
So Hawaii was pretty much the best and most adventurous trip that I've been to in a long time. I'm talking about pool time, beach time, snorkeling, hiking through the Maui jungle, and even jumping over the waterfall. Like there was.
Did you actually do that?
Yeah, there was actually this great big waterfall, river or lake that we dived to.
So how big? I would imagine like it's not too big of a height, right, for you to drop from that waterfall.
Not too big up to a point where it could lead to injuries, but still, though, it was a good enough leap to make it really just exhilaratingly fun.
So I saw that you took a selfie with your family, or your mom took a selfie of you and your family over there.
Yeah, look at us. Oh, we're all so happy.
Yeah, looks like you guys are really having fun in the very hot temperature, in the very hot climate over there in Hawaii.
Yeah, it was a fun time in Maui with my ohana. And
wow, already referencing the Lilo and Stitch thing now, huh?
Ohana means family. That's a Hawaiian thing. Anyway, so what ended up happening was that from that selfie, we went through this jungle.
Oh,
and so
did you actually see like other animals in the jungle? Like,
we didn't see animals except for maybe a gecko, but we saw different kinds of ripe flowers and plants and everything. Oh, and also, did I mention also zip lining?
Nice.
It was actually my first time doing
Did you ever like zip line from like the top of a hill all the way down? Is that the whole zip lining adventure for Hawaii? Like when you go to Hawaii?
What happens is that as you hike up this mountain or hill, you then zip line from one side to the other.
Oh, how long? Like, you enjoyed it, I would imagine, right? Because like you probably had like a selfie stick with you, just like you going all the way down or something.
Oh, I never had a selfie stick.
You should have done that.
I'm not even brave enough to carry a phone. I'm just too overprotective of it.
Really?
However, Bill, on the other hand, this guy, like, he brought his phone, not with a selfie stick, but he had to carry it by hand, and he was, like, showing off, doing, like, recording himself doing it. I'm just
usually, those kind of moments, I would actually just bring a cell phone just to record, like, my experiences. I remember one time when I was in Hawaii back in, like, 2018, 2019, we were parasailing, and we were literally up into the sky, and I had my phone with me recording it all. So.
Oh, nice. Well, actually, like, he actually recorded the rest of us doing our own zip lining. So we actually
I didn't see it then.
We were able to get good footage of it.
I didn't see it then. You did put it on Facebook or anything?
I'm waiting for the right time to put it on Instagram. I'll put my post on Instagram about our trip like tomorrow morning.
Oh, we'll see. Yeah. I mean, I'm doing my same thing with the other adventure that I went through that I'll explain later. Any good food over there in Hawaii?
We've had many great food, especially seafood, but the one that caused our eye the most was Mama's Fish House, where it was my brother and I that went. It was expensive yet exotic seafood. I think our personal favorite was the Kanpachi crab and lobster.
So it's crab and lobster inside?
It's crab and lobster. It's really good. And also there was some fried shrimp and crispy fish collars we had as well.
Oh, okay. So seafood was the specialty in Hawaii, right?
Yeah, seafood definitely emphasizes seafood and sea creatures because Hawaii is definitely a tropical sort of state, and they embrace the fish. They embrace the ocean life. They embrace the sea creatures.
Nice, nice. I mean, like, you also did go out to the ocean, right? You know,
We actually went to the ocean to snorkel for a bit.
nice, nice. Did you actually get to see like the reefs underwater, or see the fishes around?
I got to see the reefs, and there was some different fish that we saw. I think the one that was my favorite was the yellowfish, and that was because that was Bubbles from Finding
Oh
Nemo.
my god, it actually was the same shape and all.
It was the same shape.
No other Finding Nemo creatures around, like any clownfish or
Unfortunately,
a marlin or
yeah, I couldn't find Nemo. I couldn't find Dory, but I did find Bubbles.
Okay, that was really
Bubbles!
weird.
My Bubbles.
God, not even a jellyfish out there.
Thankfully, not a jellyfish because I don't like to get stung.
No, you don't touch them in the right way or else you get stung. So.
Yeah, but we didn't see any jellyfish that were near us, so we didn't have to worry about that. But we did see some plenty good, very wonderful looking fish.
Nice.
And we had fun doing that as well as doing everything else in the Hawaiian trip. It's my first Hawaiian trip in adult years.
I would say, because that's the last time you went to Hawaii, like when you were a teenager.
The last time I went to Hawaii was when I was a young teenager.
Yeah. So obviously there's a whole lot of different life besides being a kid in Hawaii than actually being an adult in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like the fact that you didn't go to like the tourist island, which is Honolulu, Waikiki. You went to Maui, which is still full of tourists, right?
Yeah, Maui is more. It more emphasizes nature. It's more the natural kind of island.
Although there's still tourists that still go to the resorts down there, right?
Yeah, we went to Westin Hotel in Kaanapali. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Were there a lot of people there also?
There was a good chunk of people there, and there were actually 2 pool areas around the hotel, not just one.
Okay, but then you have the ocean literally right next door. So
we have the ocean, and there were times where we even walked on the beach sand, and then there was one to 2 times where I was dipping my feet into the ocean, hoping the ocean comes to me.
Oh my gosh.
We also went to Wailea Village. Wailea Village was an outside sort of mall.
Okay. Any other things that you end up getting from Hawaii? Like, you brought back souvenirs for yourself or for friends?
I didn't have the money to get souvenirs because I was saving it exclusively for food. But
okay.
But I will say that the memories that I do hold dear to this day is a good enough souvenir for me.
All right, that's what's up. Yeah. I mean, also the photos that he also takes as well was also pretty neat.
Yeah, it's all about the memory making.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like Hawaii was a very fun trip for you on Memorial Day weekend.
Very much, yeah. But enough about me. How was your Memorial weekend?
Well, Memorial Day weekend, I was over at FanimeCon. Yes, this beloved convention that I have been attending, and I've been explaining to you guys last year about how FanimeCon was. And I remember from last year, people have been explaining about the whole Fail by Fanime thing. And I was wondering, like, is that Fail by Fanime thing going to continue on to next year, to say, to the 2025 campaign that Fanime was doing? Although, to be fair, like, you and I were kind of expecting about this too. We never heard anything much about Fail by Fanime.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, the Fail by Fanime movement has been dying, like severely died down. And I think that it's been heavily drowned out by the overpopularity of Fanime. Like,
yeah, because like attendees still attend it. People are still talking about it. I mean, there's some that probably would say that they don't want to attend anymore. I mean, Omi didn't attend because he had obligations. Mark, my roommate Mark, he didn't go to Fanime as well because he had obligations to visit with family in Canada. And then a couple of friends that I also saw on Facebook were saying, like, I am not going, I'm not going. Yeah, and they're like they're like, what was it, staples to Fanime. Like, they have been working at Fanime. And I understand why they decided not to leave is because, you know, the whole Failed by Fanime thing that happened last year. But no, the whole campaign for it kind of died off. I didn't hear anything for it, which makes me think, is everything fixed?
Hopefully it is.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But at the moment right now, Fanime, again, seems like it has kind of turned a little bit. But let me go ahead and explain it all here. Day 0, I came in on Thursday at Fanime, checked into our hotel, picked up my friend who was from Las Vegas, and then we we went out and what was it? Did our caravan of food because we wanted to buy snacks, we wanted to buy drinks. So we went to Costco, got some snacks from the Costco. We also did buy a big vodka bottle, which to be fair, we didn't even touch at all. So we bought a big vodka bottle, and you can't return alcohol in Costco. So that bottle is new, and if anybody wants it, please message me. I really want this thing out of my house.
I'm sure there are plenty of people that are willing to take the vodka out of your hands.
You? No, maybe not.
I mean, I could use some. Okay, no.
Wait, you would?
I would for a special occasion.
Okay, I'm just saying, I don't want to go crazy on that vodka bottle that I have. But yeah, and then Swap Meet was actually, I think, the best part about Fanime because you get a lot of people coming from like many other areas in the country coming to FanimeCon and wanting to buy something cheap. And I reasonably like put my prices cheap for like figures, plushies, keychains, video games, etc. I did get a decent amount of money because the money that was going to be from Swap Meet was going to go help with my funds for Fanime, knowing that I was unemployed and that I have a lot of bills to pay. So most of that money did help me out in Fanime, which I did buy a lot of stuff too, but I'll explain that later. Day one, I was so we go into the convention. Day 1 through 4 is what I'll explain next. Day 1, what was it? I cosplayed. The thing about Fanime was that dealers and artists, they don't open up till 2. So me and Jess, we were cosplaying Lumity, Luz, and Amity, and we were just mostly roaming around the convention. We didn't really do much at the convention since nothing much is happening. We ended up getting lunch somewhere in San Jose. We ended up going to Dealers Hall and Arts Hall for a little bit. And Dealers Hall was, as expected, a lot of people come in just to buy stuff here and there. I ended up buying like a brand new tech jacket, which is pretty neat. I'll wear that in another episode later. And then after that, we went to get prepared for Swap Meet Day 2, which is technically Day 1 of Fanime. And it got more packed. Like, a lot more people came in. And it's just because a lot of people were getting their badges. And, they just come in, end up buying more stuff. We're getting more sales on Day 1 than Day 0. And I thought, overall, Swap Meet was a success. And that really helped my money out. That really helped my funds out. And overall did help me, get a good time at Fanime, to say. Day 2 to Day 4, it's pretty much the same. Me and my friends, we just ended up going to, Dealers Hall, Artist Alley, and just ended up just having fun, seeing what the heck's going on, meeting up with friends, doing cosplay events here and there. I know we went to a couple of gatherings. I went to the Hazbin Hotel gathering, which is less compared to last year, actually.
Yeah, last year Hazbin Hotel cosplay gathering was big, but I think that this year Arcane hype is the biggest at the moment.
Oh, did you see the Arcane gathering? Apparently it was really big.
Yeah, Arcane is definitely taking the big cake of the fandom popularity as of now.
Hazbin Hotel was still notable. Like, I was able to meet friends from last year that went to Fanime for that gathering. They went to the gathering in 2025, and they noticed the difference. Like, there are not a lot of people cosplaying from Hazbin Hotel, which is kind of sad. And at the same time, there's some people that are in the Hazbin Hotel fandom that kind of get a little bit weird, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the Charlie that was I don't know. Last year he was cosplaying Charlie.
Yeah, he came off as this how do I put it
challenged.
He came off as a bit unpleasant.
Unpleasant. Okay. Well, he came back. Well, okay. They're transgender. Sorry if I get the names right, but they cosplayed as Cherry Bomb this year, and also tried to take over the whole gathering. And I'm like, dude, that Lucifer, who has the microphone, is taking care of the gathering. I don't know what you're doing, but you want to be the center of attention. And I'm like, man.
I think that's the problem, is that they're too self-absorbed.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I can't believe like we still have people that do that still. Like, they're self-absorbed people. Like, they really want to have their respect and have all their eyes get their attention to them.
They're attention hogs. What can I say?
It sucks because like I remember talking to a Lilith that was cosplaying Lilith, and I remember her. We were hanging out for a little bit, and she got annoyed. She got absolutely annoyed. She's like, I don't want to talk to him. I'm getting away from this guy.
Yeah. And I can see why. It is for good reason.
Yeah. But here's the thing that kind of gets me off here. This doesn't reflect the whole Hazard Hotel fandom. Okay.
Oh, no, of
there
course
ain't no
not.
weird people out there that's going to say you're going to ruin the whole fandom because of this person. You know.
No, that person is a minority. You got to look at the majority of Hazbin Hotel fans and what they're like. And from the majority that we've interacted with, they seem like chill people.
Oh, they have been really chill people with us. It's more of like pick out the ones that seem sus to us, and then get them off our group or something.
Then again, there's always at least one or two. There's always a couple sus or bad eggs in every fandom. Every fandom.
You know what's funny? The convention I went to before SAC Anime Spring, he was there too. I don't know. I'm guessing it's just because they're local California. I don't know.
Awkward.
I know it's awkward because we were cosplaying Luz and Amity. What was the Luz and Amity? No, we're cosplaying Hazard Hotel. Like Jess and I were cosplaying Hazard Hotel, and then he was cosplaying something else. Like they were cosplaying something else, and they pointed us out. And I'm like, oh, hi, then bye.
Bye. Bye.
Also last year too, they were also a part of. They went to Swap Meet. They were how do I say this? They looked at my booth, and they were cosplaying Charlie, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
They were cosplaying Charlie, and then they start just making a ruckus a little bit about it, and then he's just like, cool. People are still shopping in my booth. Get away. I'm trying my best to be nice, just to say hey, can you move? People are going through my booth and all, while he's just continuing to be in front of my booth talking to me, and I'm like, I'm not really talking to you. Go away.
Yeah, exactly. It's like some people be creeping or something.
Yeah, I don't know if it just went to the creepy attitude section or anything like that, but no, that person was he definitely wants to be part of the Hazard Hotel fandom, but this is kind of the worst ways of the fandom.
Yeah,
right?
And every fandom has those type of people. It's not just Hazbin Hotel. Every fandom has those kinds of people. But the thing to remember is that as long as they are the minority and they're outnumbered by a large number of people that are cool and chill, I think that, I think the fandom is still fine.
Okay. I mean, that's my thing right now. I hope they don't see them again in other conventions, like SAC Anime. They might be there, or the next Fanime Hazbin Hotel gathering. Which, to be fair, I feel like is going to be more, considering we have more characters to get introduced in Hazbin Hotel. So again, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm really hoping they're not there. But yeah, day 2 to 4. That was one highlight from day 2 that I want to talk about. I'll go straight to Dealer's Hall and Artist Alley. Dealer's Hall was not bad, although there are some vendors that are the same. Also, artists are also in Dealer's Hall too. So even if they don't got a spot in Artist Alley, they were able to at least get a spot at Dealer's Hall, except paying more than what Artist Alley has, which is fine because I was able to at least pick up a couple things from that Artist Alley and Dealer's Hall, which is pretty neat. There's some artists that were selling Hazard Hotel stuff, Persona stuff. I have a feeling the rise of Persona is coming back again, because Persona 3 Reloaded was nice, and then Persona 5 games are still trending. Persona 4 is still trending, so I have a feeling Persona's coming back.
Yeah, Persona hype is bigger and better than ever.
For real, yeah. And then in Artist Alley, that's where I spent all my money from Swap Meet, okay? There were so many things that I bought. I ended up buying a new posters that had Gravity Falls in it, an Owl House pin, a lot of Hazbin Hotel stuff. I bought a new Death the Kid poster. I bought these shirts, by the way. I don't know if you've seen this shirt, but I bought some Hololive shirts. And then so many stickers. So many stickers I could just put into my freaking bottle, which, by the way, I could probably show you guys one. So this one I ended up getting recently. Somebody was selling this Kim Possible sticker, and only for $1, by the way.
Yeah, that is one Disney-fied water bottle.
Well, they had other characters too. They even had Hazbin Hotel characters. But yeah, this is the bottle right there. I'm trying to. Well, my thing right now is that I'm trying to make a Disney TVA bottle with my new D23 bottle. So
nice.
At the moment, I have Owl House, Amphibia, Gravity Falls, Ghost of Molly McGee, and then Kim Possible. And I'll try to figure out where the rest of the other Disney TVA shows are going to be held. Who knows? Is there a Haley's On It sticker? Is there a KIF sticker?
We can only hope.
I mean, artists, be out there, be proactive at Disney TVA, please. I would love to have more stickers on my bottle, please.
Yeah, because there's always room here, and here.
Exactly, everywhere. And also, by the way, I also did buy gifts at Artist Alley too, which, by the way, I have a gift for you.
Oh, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Gift time.
Yeah, so I found this artist who also was the same artist who made the Death the Kid poster, which looks so sick. and I just realized that he had a couple of favorite characters here. So I think you'll like this one, by the way. Oh, shoot, honey. I think you'll like this.
Yes, you know me so well. 0, 0, 0.
Down code Chaos, right?
Let's go. Oh, look at Lelouch. He looks so majestic. Majestic.
Oh, and then I also bought this from the $1 sticker store.
Oh, yes. Nice. We got some One Piece here.
So that's
Thank
Gear
you.
5 Luffy. Is that correct?
That is Gear 5 Luffy indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember seeing that artist just draw it, and I'm like, yeah, you'd probably like that more than me.
I like it. Yeah. Thank you.
I don't know. Like, again, some vendors, some artists are just selling stickers for like that much, and I'm like, I'd rather buy it and sell it for friends.
Like, I'm not caught up on One Piece at all. In
But
fact,
it doesn't matter what. Everybody knows him, okay?
but I do love it.
Everyone
still,
knows him
regardless.
as Luffy, okay?
I appreciate the gifts. Thanks, man.
Yeah, exactly. Day 2 was fine. A lot of foot traffic, and then out of nowhere, I remembered Omid texting me up on day 2 saying, "Hey, I'm in the neighborhood. Let's go to Fanime." I'm like, "But you're at Hawaii, right?" And it turned out you actually came in earlier.
Not exactly. Well, I wasn't exactly in Hawaii at that night. We came back on the night before.
Yeah, that's day 1. Day 2 was Saturday, and I was like, "Wait, your brother's also coming too?"
Yeah, we wanted to surprise you. And
what made you? So what was the fact that your brother wanted to come to Fanime now?
So my brother wanted to come because our friend Robert hit Sadek up, and he told him about BarCon, and that's
Not BarCon.
Not ParkCon.
BarCon. What's BarCon?
I miss BarCon. Anyway, so Robert told Sadek about ParkCon, and that's when he brought it up to me, surprisingly enough, and that's when I said, "Yeah, I've heard of ParkCon. ParkCon. It's really fun. Do you want to go?"
So it's weird. The whole story was I was already there. You guys are already at the band, seeing a band somewhere. I was already walking my rounds, meeting up with people, and then out of nowhere, I think your brother noticed me in my glasses.
Yeah, your glasses were very just, your glasses were very stellar. They were like lighting
They're
up.
lighting up, yeah. They're light up.
lit.
They're light up glasses. They were light up glasses.
They were lit glasses, yeah.
Yeah, they were light up glasses. we went to ParkCon, and the other thing too is that you guys went to ParkCon too early, I would say. Did you notice that it was kind of a less crowd?
Yeah, the crowds usually come around 12 a.m. to 1 a.m., somewhere around that. Or maybe it gets wildly around like 11:30. But yeah, we ended up going there too early because there wasn't as much people as there were later on. But still, though, we still felt the vibes. We still felt the ParkCon vibes, party vibes. It was awesome.
Yeah. I just never expected out of nowhere. So I know you guys came in too early. So my thing was, let's go somewhere else and get drinks. This is where we went to Guild House, which is down the street from Fanime. We ended up getting some drinks, and we also did play this new Rotten Tomatoes game that was on the board. I'm like, what is this game? But it turned out to actually be pretty fun, considering that it was just more of like us guessing our movie knowledge.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes card game. As a huge movie buff myself, I adored that game. And we were able to, each of us were able to guess each movie right. Sometimes we guessed it right, sometimes we guessed it wrong. I ended up winning one game, and my brother ended up winning the other.
Yeah, you won one game, your bro won another, so you guys are pretty much movie buffs, I would say.
Yeah, pretty
Although
much.
it's kind of funny, is like there's some movies out there that end up getting like a Rotten Tomato score, but end up getting a high audience score.
Yeah, and there were even some movies that I haven't heard of before, in which I thought they would get green scores, but no, it actually ended up getting higher scores.
The more you know about Rotten Tomatoes, because like it's so funny seeing Balls of Fury get like a 20% or something in Rotten Tomatoes, but then gets an audience score of 85.
Hey, I love Balls of Fury. I'm with the audience score on that.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, people don't like it because a long time ago.
Well, critics don't like it, but audience makes it differ.
Yeah, exactly. It could be the same thing for Minecraft movie. Who knows? Might be like 10% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it could be like 95% on audience.
Chicken jockey.
Stop. Do not say that anymore. I swear to God. There literally were cosplayers like riding chicken jockeys too.
Yeah, did you see any Minecraft cosplayers?
Yes. I see Steve's. I see a Steve riding a chicken jockey.
Oh, beautiful.
No, what?
Beautiful.
You don't even play Minecraft. What makes you like this?
I don't play Minecraft. I don't even like the Minecraft movie, but the chicken jockey character themselves looks adorable.
Yeah.
Looks so fierce.
So yeah, I had this image, by the way, of us, taking a selfie together.
Yeah.
Because this is the first time ever that your brother came to Fanime, and he had a fun time from the way I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, even though it wasn't Fanime itself, he did have fun next to Fanime. Had fun at ParkCon. It's like
I also remember hearing your brother saying like, "Man, Mr. Popular." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right."
Yeah, you know people.
I know people there that are at ParkCon. Plus, I'm a Fanime attendee for like over 10 years now.
I've been a Fanime attendee for over like around 13 or 15 years, give or take.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of people were just like, "Hey, Nate, hey, what's up?" And then I met up with other people from like SoCal that came to Fanime, and they were all partying out there in ParkCon. It pretty much was a party con in Fanime.
Yeah.
The only problem that I have with ParkCon is the fact it's unregulated. That means things could happen that may not happen.
Yeah, so we wanted to make sure that we stay safe.
Yeah,
stay
so that's why you came with me. I was just mostly palling around. I wasn't too drunk out there. Again, met up with friends. There's a lot of things that were crazy out there. Like, apparently somebody was playing Smash on ParkCon.
Yeah.
There was people drinking. There were DJ sets everywhere. I've been hearing rumors people are climbing up trees, which is unsafe. Honestly,
Very unsafe.
Literally unsafe to climb up a tree when you're tipsy.
Why would you even?
Exactly. I don't know if I don't even know the crowd is even going to catch you or anything like that.
I don't even. Anyway, it was nice to see because this is my brother's first experience in the cosplay scenery.
Yeah, like it's the first time he's ever been to Fanime, like literal Fanime.
It's the first time he's ever been to a cosplay scenery like that.
Yeah. Even wait, like downtown San Jose was very lively too. So remember we walked to this Lavix area, took a selfie together. Did you remember seeing a lot of people also in the Lavix too, just getting food before they go back home?
I remember seeing them, like some of them were even cosplay.
I know. Which kind of tells you, like, hey, FanimeCon attendees have been living it up and all. So,
yeah. I mean, look at me. I'm trying to live it up as well.
I know, you're cosplaying too.
The Crawler.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, My Hero Academia Vigilantes is currently out. It's very good so far.
Oh, Vigilantes is stellar. Like, it's one of the best spin-off shows I've seen.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, day 2 surprised me. Your brother, you, and our friend all went out to see me. We all had a fun time just hanging out in downtown San Jose for the night.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we couldn't go to the room together because, there might be roommates there. I don't want them to be bothered. So
no, I understand. And plus, it was nice to have the entire squad. We've been a squad for like a long time, like around 15 to 20 years or so.
Exactly.
We go all the way back.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
We've been here for a long time. I'm just happy your brother finally get to experience Fanime for the first time.
Me too.
And he's enjoying ParkCon. But
yes.
If he ever goes to FanimeCon, I'm pretty sure he'll like it too. Like seeing all the cosplays and everything that's happening out there.
Just seeing him in ParkCon by my side just warmed my heart.
That's what's up. So yeah, I'm glad to see you're back. And plus, from the way I'm kind of seeing how you guys are, it feels like you just came back from Hawaii. And I love the fact that your brother's saying like he doesn't want to take any drinks just because he's already too drunk from Hawaii.
Yeah, the Mai Tais were top-notch drinks, no joke.
Okay, so that's why he's just saying I might tie it out. I'm like, okay,
might tie it out.
All right, but yes, day 2 was the highlight. That was them coming to Fanime, and I had to treat them out to whatever was going on over there.
Yes, we do appreciate you leading us, guiding us to ParkCon. Mm-hmm. It was awesome.
Sunday was notable also. I noticed from Saturday the difference between Saturday and Sunday, the foot traffic, where people. It was definitely packed in Saturday, where a lot of people came in, dealers hall, shopping around for stuff. And then Sunday, it was noticeably like less foot traffic. It kind of tells me like the attendee numbers that went to Fanime definitely dipped all overall. I mean, even registration, by the way, like there were not even like any talk about LineCon because I know that was a problem throughout registration all of like last year or all of the years before this year's Fanime. Mm-hmm. And now we don't hear anything about a LineCon, which kind of tells me, like, did their systems improve, or do we not have a lot of people even attending Fanime?
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, I remember you telling me that you were able to get a badge less than a minute.
Less than a minute, which is surprising. I'm like, is it a pact or no? We're good. I'm like, really?
Yeah, you got your badge quicker than I thought.
Yeah, because like I remember when registration line went all the way around the Marriott Hotel.
I remember that.
Now it's not even around the Marriott Hotel anymore.
And I think it tells me that the attendance isn't quite as strong as it was last year.
Yeah,
but even at that. It's still popular.
It's still weird because like I thought it was also supposed to foot traffic of new people because new registers folks would just go through a different line to go to Fanime, but that's not the case here. I feel like everybody pre-registered, they all got their badges, and they're just enjoying the convention. But I noticed it. Like, there's less foot traffic this year, which kind of tells me, like, I can't wait to see how their attendance numbers are.
Yeah.
This tells me, like, it could be less than last year.
Could be, yeah.
Which is a kind of worrying sign, because obviously the revenue from Fanime does involve everybody attending. So we don't know what will happen when it comes to Fanime next year, but we know that they're going to be back next year, if anything.
Yeah, and will I attend Fanime next year?
Yeah, I'm wondering if you will. I know you did it because you went to Hawaii with your family.
It kind of depends. But I have it going for a long time, and yeah, it is kind of surprising to me how, like, after like 13 to 15 years straight of going to Fanime, this is my first time skipping out.
I know. It's the end of the streak now.
The streak is broken.
The streak is broken. Why? Why'd you ruin the streak like that?
I don't know. I think I've been curious about other conventions. I want to check out other conventions more because
like MomoCon that also happened that same weekend.
Not MomoCon, but I'm talking about.
I mean, those who attended MomoCon, you saw Darren FC. She was there for Star vs. Fort Evil stuff. So
yeah, MomoCon I do want to go to nowadays, but it's going to take a lot of saving up.
Yeah, going to Atlanta. This is a different side of the country, sir.
Cross country. That's what I mean.
Yeah. So again, the notable things that I've noticed was that less foot traffic in Fanime. There was a lot to do at Fanime, which is great. They actually used the Signia more, which means more events happening at the Signia. There were also, again, more events at Doubletree, and I'm like, we don't want to take a bus all the way to Doubletree to do all the 18 up stuff that's happening out there. They even have a casino over there, which is pretty sick, but it didn't have time. We don't like the bus ride. It sucks to get a bus all the way from like here to here. You might as well just do it over the Signia instead of actually doing it in another hotel.
Yeah.
And a freaking airport. I'm like, dude, logistics don't make sense. I don't know why they keep doing that.
Yeah, it can be very, how do I put it? It can be irritating when logistics don't make sense. Yeah,
it don't make sense. I don't know why they continue to do that. Cosplay wise, everything is fine. Cosplayers were all friendly. I love the turnout. I think if anything, I do have one thing to say about the cosplay. They are leading towards one thing. What is the most populated cosplay overall? And I think it's Freerun. Freerun is definitely the cosplay that has been dominating Fanime. Like, I see a lot of Freerun cosplayers. I see a lot of Fern cosplayers, Himmel cosplayers. Like, Freerun is a great anime series, honestly. Like, it should deserve Anime of the Year. But we'll discuss that next week. I'm just saying, Freerun deserves its praises. I can understand why everybody wants to cosplay Freerun. It's such a great anime. And yeah, everybody if anything, again, Freerun took over Fanime. Are you thinking like Dandadan or Demon Slayer or Pokemon will take over? But no, it's Freerun.
Yeah, Freerun is quite a popular series, and it deserves to be because it is a masterful anime series.
Yeah, I know a lot of people will probably say, like, why not Dandadan? Because everybody's cosplaying Okarun and Momo.
Yeah, I was surprised to hear you say Dandadan isn't taking over Fanime because Dandadan was my pick for Anime of the Year, but
they didn't win either.
Why? The series deserved more wins.
Yeah, they have a second season this summer.
Which I'm excited for, by the way.
Yeah, I know. We'll discuss that later. But yeah, that's all the concerning parts that I have for Fanime. The good parts about Fanime is still, I think, the friends that I make. I mean, I've been friends with a lot of people from Fanime since I started attending back in like 2009. And I've just been, hanging out with them. They're chill. Everybody's just absolutely chill at Fanime. Everyone puts on a smile. Everyone just puts on a happy face whenever they're around. Like, there's no bad vibes when I go to Fanime because I just know a lot of people there. And everyone's just absolutely friendly. That's the thing about it. Like, I got no grudges besides that one guy from the Hazel gathering.
Yeah. We don't talk about him.
Yeah. But everything overall, again, I think it's the only reason why I go to Fanime is because I always make a lot of connections at Fanime. It's always been a great convention to hang out with friends, to have a fun time, party it up at ParkCon, party it up at people's hotel rooms, hang out with friends, go to the arcade at like 1 a.m, play games there. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Fanime just continues to be my thing, and I can't wait to go back next year. But yeah, that's all I can say, except for one thing. Whatever happened at day 3 of ParkCon, yeah, that I'm not bringing that up again, okay?
Yeah, conventions are definitely a great way for congoers to socialize and share interests and everything. So yeah, I do recommend if there's a local con in your area, definitely check it out.
Yeah, by the way, like this helps to everybody. Like, go to an anime convention. You guys have a fun time. We pretty much did an episode about anime conventions. Yes,
Yeah, we did.
It's such a great time to go, especially now in the summer. There are big conventions happening like Sec Anime Summer, Anime Expo. Again, bunch of anime conventions or comic book conventions, even Comic-Con. Comic-Con's happening this summer as well.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to, please attend it. They're a bit of fun times. Who knows? You might meet up with new people that actually like the same thing that you do.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, sharing mutual interests.
All right. So that's pretty much all my weekend. I did say I was going to put a full anime review here. So
Yeah, I think I've said all I need to about my vacation
your
as well.
Bitcoin? All right. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and go quickly to all the things that's going to be happening in June. And the one thing that we are kind of focused on that is on Nickelodeon, that is going to be premiering on June 6th, is a brand new cartoon that I think we think is going to probably be one of the dominant cartoons in Nickelodeon. And that is Wild Pack.
Wild Pack, let's go.
So yes, this brand new series called Wild Pack is a series about two step-siblings named Lily and Jack who are pushed outside of their comfort zones in order to get along and to get used to living with each other. So how do you feel about, like, you see the first episode on YouTube, how do you feel about how the series is looking like so far?
Oh, the series definitely looks to be the next Loud House. And what I mean by that is that it's a combination of wacky shenanigans along with a nice slice of life environment, and it focuses on the dynamic of family, and it's helped by the fact that a couple of people involved with the Loud House who are also co-creators of the show, Paul Watling and especially Kyle Marshall. And so I think that those really do help to make the series very promising from what I've seen. And also, Lily Pack is already my favorite.
Lily is already like a wild child, and I'm liking
Yes.
it so far. Plus, Jack used to be like the safe person. And I'm like, really? Like, Lily's a gamer. I mean, like,
That's why I love her.
Like,
That's why-
even in the first like scene, she's like seeing drinking boba and playing video games. Like, that's me. What the fuck?
Excuse me, that's me. She's my cartoon daughter.
Oh my gosh.
Already.
I thought Mabel was your daughter. God damn it.
I can have multiple daughters.
Oh my gosh.
Families have multiple
why
daughters.
are we talking about this right now? He's not really giving my first impressions yet, okay? I get it. Like, Lily and Jack are cool. Jack is like a nature documenter person. Like, he has a freaking like video camera all around him.
Jack is sort of like the Lincoln Loud of the show. And what I mean is that he's kind of like the straight, normal middleman who is into recording and such, kind of like Lincoln is.
I'm kind of wondering, like, what kind of adventures they'll have. Like, there was that one adventure where they tried to, like, shop in a Korean store.
Yes, I actually seen that clip as well, and it was when the store had all these great deals, and the family was going on an all-out war with other shoppers to get the deals.
I think the other thing that also attracts me is the fact that there are some ancient culture that's being represented, Korean Asian culture, which is great. I do love the fact that, like, when they try to crack, like, durian, for example, it smells so bad.
And also, I like the fact that Lily is a fan of K-dramas as well.
Oh, yeah. But again, it's kind of like us. Like, what's next? Lily likes anime? Oh, great.
Lily being an anime fan and cosplayer would be like, okay, she is perfect.
You know
10 out of 10.
You know what she reminds me of? Miko from Glitch Techs.
She does give off Miko vibes in that they're both gamers, they're both Asian, they both love boba and such. And yeah, I there's something about me that just adores the gamer girl TV trope.
Yeah, somehow you do.
Not just Lily, but also Miko, Marcy Wu, Futaba Sakura, like those kind of characters.
The other characters that are also notable is the mom and dad, the Korean mom, was it Lily's mom and Jack's dad, and their grandma. Like freaking Lily's grandma is quite wild, I would say.
Yeah, Lily's grandma herself is also quite a memorable character. They're all memorable in some way, shape, or form. With each of their different personalities, they contribute to the whole chemistry and dynamic of the entire family.
You know what's kind of crazy? Like, you've seen other family members. Some of them are like tame and timid, like Molly McGee's family. Like, was it Molly's mom is an artist while Molly's dad is like a congressman or something.
I remember Sharon and her husband.
Yeah. And then their grandma is not as wild compared to what this grandma is over here at Wild Pack. I think she's kind of like Abuela from Primos. I don't know. I'm kind of comparing family members now. But also they run a pet grooming store. How'd that work?
They do run a pet grooming and boarding business, and I think that it definitely works well into the story because it shows how they have their own private business. Because usually with other types of businesses, they're overrun by big corporations. This is a small private business, and I root for that business to succeed.
Hopefully that will succeed, and I'm pretty sure the mom and dad are doing other businesses as well. I think the grandma's the one that's kind of running the whole pet grooming business that they're having. Again, just so much like stuff that I'm attracted to. I mean, the fact that Asian culture is being represented, which is great. I want to see how they go with that route. And then, of course, there's a big promise. There's the big shoes to fill, considering that the creators who are making the show worked on The Loud House with Kyle Marshall and Paul Watling. Now, the fact that they're working on a different show, I know that probably means that they're not going to be working on Loud House anymore. But I know Kyle Marshall been heavily helped with The Loud House.
Oh, he absolutely did. He even co-wrote and co-directed some of the most memorable episodes. So yeah, he was a key player in the Loud House group. And I think that when looking at this show, I think that Kyle Marshall will bring all his talents and what he brought to the Loud House. He'll incorporate all of those qualities into the show. I've already seen it.
I really can't wait to see because, like, you know, working in the Loud House for quite a long time would probably give him ideas of what a new show would be like for him. And here we go. Kyle Marshall, this is your show now.
Yes.
Now you're running the whole system for this. And I can't wait to see how this all goes down because it is looking to be probably the cartoon of the summer.
Yeah, I'm rooting for it to be because
I'm sorry. I'm gonna be more factually straight. The newest cartoon in the summer.
Yeah, I'm rooting for it to be successful because Nickelodeon needs more cartoons like this.
Yeah,
we need more stuff like.
Again, they're just writing on SpongeBob Loud House, SpongeBob Loud House, TMNT, and Avatar. Why don't we have another franchise that could probably help the network out, like Wild Pack?
I mean, Max and the Midnight Season 2 renewal was only a small step forward. Okay, it was a baby step.
Well, same thing goes with Rock, Paper, Scissors as well.
But then again, where's Fairly Odd Parents' New Wish?
I mean, you didn't know how successful that was. God damn, why aren't they even talking about it either?
Like, seriously, Nickelodeon is seriously dropping the ball if they cancel Season 2. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I never hear anything about it, so...
If they cancel the show, we riot.
I'm pretty sure we all would riot in this case.
Yes.
But yes, Wild Pack comes out next week on June 6th?
June 6th, baby. Let's go.
That's on a Friday, actually. Oh, okay.
Yes, I am very excited to check this out. I'm rooting for Wild Pack and Kyle Marshall. I'm a huge fan of Kyle Marshall. I'm rooting this to be successful, and also Lily.
I'm kind of wondering about this. Could Kyle Marshall interview us? Should we interview him eventually?
Could be.
We did it with Miguel Puga. So
add that to the list.
Maybe we might actually try to get interview with Kyle Marshall and was it Paul Watling?
Add that to the list.
Oh my god, that would be sick. That would be sick. Kyle, if you're listening to our podcast, we would love to get an interview with you.
Yes.
Talk about your new show, Wild Pack.
We're dying to talk about this impressive show.
Okay. All right. So yeah, let's move on because I don't want to continue moving on with Wild Pack. We can't wait till next Friday as it comes out.
Let's go.
But you know what else is coming out next week? And I think some of you fans are probably waiting for this to happen. But it is the return of Phineas and Ferb. Woo!
Because Phineas and Ferb are back, are gonna do it all.
Yeah, that's the theme song. But yes, it's a decade ago when the original series ended with a powerful conclusion that was the last day of summer. But now Phineas and Ferb are back as summer in their school pretty much ended. The kids are back, and now there's another 104 days of summer that they're gonna go through.
Yeah, and I didn't expect Phineas and Ferb to make a comeback to make this revival like 10 years later. But lo and behold, it has happened.
You know what though? After Phineas and Ferb, what did Dan Povenmire worked on next? He worked on what was it? Battle of Murphy's Law. Then you had Hamster and Gretel, and then out of all places, Phineas and Ferb came back.
Yeah, and I think that you remember how Hamster Gretel it got canceled, right?
No. It ended. Season 2 ended, but Dan was actually saying if they want to go for another season. They could. Yeah, it's really up to the Disney TVA folks.
Yeah, it kind of is. But in the meantime, we're still getting that Dan Povenmire magic still with Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
Coming back.
So it's quite interesting ride that they went through because it has been 10 years since Phineas and Ferb came back. I remember in D23 last year when they were talking about the new Phineas and Ferb revival, that you see Dan Povenmire and Swampy, both of them are excited for them to be back. You can see the fans, by the way. Like, there's so many people in the crowd that still know Phineas and Ferb. You know, the whole platypus, Perry the platypus.
Perry the platypus.
Yeah, exactly. Any memorable stuff that like you liked in Phineas and Ferb back then?
So I remember I used to be a fan of Phineas and Ferb during my college days, but then as time and time went on, my love for Phineas and Ferb kind of died down a little bit because I was sort of, getting a bit tired of the repetitive formula.
Well, I did tell you that it did stop the repetitiveness like later in the later seasons.
It did, and it wasn't always like this. I remember there was this one convention episode where Phineas and Ferb go to a nerd convention. That one is definitely a favorite of mine.
Yeah, and they even did like specials with Marvel, Star Wars. They got Across the Second Dimension. They had these like amazing specials. Even Candace Against the Universe. Yeah, that was a movie.
Yeah, and also I will say Doofenshmirtz is definitely such an iconic character from the way they capture the comedy of this villain while also portraying his tragic side.
Yeah.
Especially his childhood.
You know what's kind of odd, though? Like, remember, if you watched Marvel's Murphy's Law before, they had Phineas and Ferb characters being referenced in the show. Like, Dr. Doofenshmirtz was so much often in there in Marvel Murphy's Law. Mm-hmm. Same goes to Phineas and Ferb. I think they also did collaborate in an episode, which is pretty sick.
It makes me think...
I think they did, like, this whole Uptown Funk music video. I don't know if you guys have seen that one, but I think they did an Uptown Funk video before.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, with Phineas and Ferb and then Milo and a couple friends. Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Now, in terms of Phineas and Ferb crossovers and references, I'm sort of thinking, what possible Easter eggs could this revival series have?
Well, we already saw in the first like sneak peek of Phineas and Ferb. I'm sorry, there's a Hamster and Gretel Avenue. Is that really?
It is if you look closely at it.
Yeah. I think the one thing that I can't wait for, because like I've seen videos before where I've seen Dan and Chris Hooten together. Like, I didn't know they actually worked together on like certain clips, because I remember Chris Hooten's doing a puppet of Cricket, but I didn't know behind the scenes Dan was also a part of it. Does this tell me that we're gonna have a Big City Greens Phineas and Ferb crossover eventually?
Possibly, but based on the different animation styles, I'm not exactly counting on it. But
I wouldn't mind having both of them there. I mean, it's kind of interesting because, like, remember we had ideas of crossover episodes before, where you had like Amphibia and Owl House have a crossover. That was all Chibi-versed. You had it before where Big City and Amphibia would have had a crossover. I mean, you've seen that D23 panel.
I'm saying is that if you want a Phineas and Ferb and Big City Greens crossover, Chibi-verse is what's up.
Well, I mean, yes, Chibi-verse is one thing, but then why not the regular characters too? Like, it'd be cool. Like, say for example, the Greens went to the town. What I forgot the name of the town that Phineas and Ferb goes to, but they drive into the town and then they meet up with Phineas and Ferb and then try to take down Doofenshmirtz or something, or maybe take down what is it?
Chip.
Yeah, Chip Whistler. I'm just saying, like, there'll probably be a team up between Chip and Dr. Doofenshmirtz, because both of them like teamed up together in, you know, freaking Chibi-verse.
Yeah, I remember there was a Villains Unite episode in Chibi-verse. I remember that, and that was... Now, Disney Channel has made, you know, villains crossover unite before, so why not with this? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm hoping they actually do like a crossover between Phineas and Ferb and Big City Greens. I think that's my focus. I think those two are probably going to be the thing.
Probably, but we'll wait and see on that. Let's see if it is true.
Yeah. You've seen a couple of sneak peeks already from the first episodes of the new season. What are your thoughts about it?
So already I'm waiting for the episode where they're in this submarine sandwich submarine.
Okay.
Yeah, the submarine looked cool. And also, there was some other plot elements and inventions that looked really cool as well. They do capture the Phineas and Ferb, you know, vibe in that Phineas and Ferb could create anything, even at a young age.
Yeah, there was that. But then I also am kind of curious of how the story will go. I get it. The repetitiveness might still be there, where Candace continues to, you know, try to bust her brothers there. But then Candace also does have a good storyline as well. Who knows? Candace might have a new boyfriend. Who knows if Jeremy and Candace are still together?
No. Yeah. Jeremy and Candace are going to still be a thing. I don't imagine Candace with anyone else.
So the other thing I also want to point out too, voice actors are also changing too. Ferb's voice actor is kind of given. I think people were saying like, what happened to Ferb's voice actor? He's gone. He's doing something else. There's a new voice actor for Ferb. I know some of you guys are probably wondering what will happen to Jeremy's voice actor, considering that the original voice actor is a no good person.
Yeah, that's pretty much putting it mildly. But
yeah. What do you think, like, of the changes that will probably happen in the new Phineas and Ferb show?
To be honest, I didn't really notice the change in the voice acting. So I think that tells you that the new actors have perfectly replicated the voices of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
And also, there is a bright side to this. Actors such as not just Dan Povenmire, but also Ashley Tisdale has come back as Candace.
Yeah, same with Vincent Martella as Phineas, yes.
Yeah, so for the most part, you've got the veterans coming back, but then it's a few cases where it's new people.
Okay, that's the thing. That's the thing about it. Like, animation voice actors will change, but animation is looking more better. I mean, look, animation improves every year. Like, new computer technology comes in every year and makes animation look great. This is definitely one example because it looks like the animation has definitely gotten much cleaner compared to like 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, when I look at this, the animation looks so crisp, looks so clear. It looks more smooth in comparison to the OG series for obvious reasons.
Right.
Animation technology has evolved.
Mm-hmm. The first song from the first episode of season 5 is like one of my favorite songs now. as they start a brand new summer season. Also, I am kind of wondering what happened to Phineas and Candace's mom, because that was interesting. Why did she get zapped out of nowhere?
Yeah, like where is she now?
So
yeah.
Are we trying to like say there's some story that's gonna be happening in Phineas and Ferb?
I'll bet you anything there's gonna be an entire episode dedicated to the mom.
Maybe, because I would imagine like she didn't get much emphasis because she's just like a secondary character. But who knows? It might actually add more things about her now.
Cake is a sometimes food. Cake is a sometimes food.
God damn it. But yeah, anything else that you were looking forward to in the new season of Phineas and Ferb?
I'm looking forward to the characters more so than the story, because the characters, for the most part, excluding Candace, I'm sorry, I can't stand her.
Why can you shut the?
I can't
Candace
stand
is
Candace.
great. Candace is great. We're going back to this, aren't we?
But regardless, like,
no, Candace is great. Fuck you. What is everything else?
I'm actually looking forward to seeing every character that is not Candace.
Wow, he's really putting a statement on.
'Cause-
I hate this. I hate this Candace hatred here. What the fuck?
Because even though the plot can be repetitive at times, the characters are still endearing. Like I will say,
Candace is just more than busting her brothers. Okay,
most of the characters are endearing, especially Doofenshmirtz and Isabel are my favorites.
Yeah, Isabella is my favorite as well, and I kind of wondering. Hopefully, Phineas and Isabella are a thing now. You could keep on dodging the question.
But yeah, and also the dynamic between Doofenshmirtz and Perry the Platypus, I will say the back and forth is quite entertaining.
Although to be fair, like it's kind of starting to become like a thing where it's like they like fighting each other. You know?
Yeah, they have that frenemy sort of bond.
Yeah, which is fine. I'm like, Perry captured Doofenshmirtz and then lets him go, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I mean, I've seen the latest shorts of Phineas and Ferb, and something tells me like they're just doing it for fun and just for entertainment now instead of just making it a real thing.
Yeah, something like
Also-
that. They poke fun on the idea.
Yeah, also like Perry's spy thing, spy friends, you know, how about them? Maybe they might have an emphasis in the later seasons.
Yeah, one thing I also want to see is that I want to see more of these like animal agent spies other than Perry.
Yeah, there are more agents, other alien spies too. Yeah, Meep. I don't know if that alien is back. There's so many other notable characters that are also in Phineas and Ferb. Like, come on, the scouts are probably back as well with Isabella as the leader. I don't know. Again, there's just so much stuff around Phineas and Ferb that we gotta get back to. And I'm so glad that it's back. I think a lot of Phineas and Ferb fans from like many years ago are waiting to see this again because it's like their nostalgia. They're back. I think the entertainment value is also back for Phineas and Ferb. And yes, I can't wait for it to come out next Thursday.
I'm cautiously optimistic about this. I'm hoping that it turns out to be engaging and more unique than the OG.
I think it's gonna really do well. I think it's gonna really do well. But yes, season 5 of Phineas and Ferb will debut on June 5th, the Thursday before Wild Pack comes up.
Yeah, so So next weekend is a damn good weekend for cartoons.
Yeah, indeed. So I tells you the summer's starting.
Yeah.
Welcome to the summertime when you get new shows coming in.
Loving in the summertime.
It's not regular show. But yes, I can't wait for this. It's gonna be fun. All right. Other new things that are happening in the network for Disney Channel is there's brand new episodes of Big City Greens. There's absolutely Look, it starts off with something big with Chip's Revenge because Chip's. This one I think is going to be a big one because Chip will enact his ultimate revenge plan by framing the Green family for ruining Big City and turning everyone against them. You've seen that episode before where you get to see like Chip start making his team. The Greens are absolutely scared that Chip is in town again.
Yeah, so Chip Whistler, of course, has his own lead. He has his own squad, which is the clan that Vasquez was a part of.
Yes.
Like he somehow managed to win them over by getting beaten to a pulp, and he doesn't scream or shriek, which gains their respect. And also, one thing I'm surprised by, this is a bit of a spoiler, I'm surprised the wife was on board on this.
No, I wasn't spoiler. I still saw the episode.
Like the wife, I mean the sports.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, that was weird how the wife who was introduced in like Chip Whistler's return, like, is also on board, and even that one assistant, I feel bad for him from Wholesome Foods.
Gregory.
Yeah, Gregory.
Yeah, like the moment that the wife found out about Chip's true identity, I was expecting her to divorce him on the spot.
No,
but no, that didn't happen.
I'm guessing love is a true thing for them, I guess.
Or she likes bad boys. She finds bad boys
attractive. I remember before they also brought Jesse and James.
Team Rocket.
They brought Jesse and James from the Big City Greens folks to the team, and then they quit.
Then they turned out to be useless. Yeah.
Well, they didn't even help at all. They were supposed to like rob Remy's house or something, and then they didn't turn out to be the plan.
Yeah, they're pretty much the lame villains, which does stay true to the inspiration that is Jesse and James, because Jesse and James aren't exactly the sharpest or the most competent villains either.
Also, like Pokemon, I mean, nostalgia fans probably love it because Jesse and James were everywhere in Pokemon, so... Yeah. I wonder how this will turn out, because if this is Chip's revenge, who knows? Maybe the Greens will get back, take like avenge from their revenge or something, and then, what was it? Chip will be fine. Chip will probably be kicked out again from town.
It's probably going to end up in the exact same way as Cricket's last big showdown with Chip.
Yeah, it could be something like that. But again, Chip is back. The Greens are probably going to face off with him this time around. So who knows? This is going to be something. Again, I don't know much of the details, but it is coming out literally next week as well.
Yeah, next week. Next week we're getting some good. We got some good animation.
Yeah, I can't wait for it though. Chip's Revenge is going to be quite something. And then also throughout June, there's so many new episodes of Big City. I'm not gonna go through it all, but Omid, which ones are you looking forward to?
Oh, definitely Chip's Revenge is the number one thing because it's a 30-minute episode, and this is where out of all these episodes, Chip's Revenge is where the stakes are the most high. Like tensions arise. Especially since Chip is back to enact his revenge on the family.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I will say, like Father is an interesting take on Cricket fearing he's going to end up like his father.
Oh, it kind of reminds me of a certain episode of That's a Raven. Anyways, keep going.
And also, Saxon's saxability is going to be cute. Like, Tilly helping Saxon find true love.
So it's interesting because Tilly and Saxon's just a sax of potatoes. So
Saxon!
Yeah, I don't know how that'll go out to be, but it looks like Tilly's just gonna have an adventure with Saxon.
What, is she gonna ship the stack of potatoes with, I don't know, a bag of chips or something? That'd be interesting if it came to that. And also, Remy DeLemme, there's gonna be some good character development for Remy's parents, considering they're mostly background supporting characters. But it's gonna be Remy's parents having the most screen time, especially with them trying to build a stronger relationship with their son. Because we haven't really seen Remy's dynamic with his family in comparison to...
Also, his parents don't get out too... They don't actually, like, show up too much, you know?
Yeah, so I feel like Remy DeLemme is going to be their episode.
Yeah, you pretty much nailed the coffin on a couple of those episodes that I wanted to watch. Saxon's Saxability, I'm wondering how Tilly would actually get Saxon true love. That's going to be something.
Maybe find another sack of potatoes for Saxon to fall in love
Also,
with.
that locked-in episode is interesting. When Tilly and Cricket make a bad first impression, they forget who they truly are. Oh? So they made a bad first impression to somebody, and then they, again, I don't know, maybe they changed identities where, like, Cricket is nice and Tilly is mean.
Something like that. I think it's more like Cricket and Telly kind of like questioning their character after their mistake.
There could be that as well. Again, all episodes look great, but again, Chip's Revenge starts next week, and something tells me like after Chip's Revenge, everybody is safe again. Because like from the future episodes that I'm hearing, it looks like okay, it looks like everything's back to normal. It's kind of like what happened over at that episode where Chip was about to, take them out.
Well, of course, things are back to normal because Chip's Revenge comes before all the rest of the episodes.
Yeah, so it tells me like they probably won. The Greens probably won.
And even at that, for the most part, Disney Channel shows good always triumphs over evil anyway. So.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe Chip is gone for good. I don't know. He might come back.
I mean, we thought Chip was gone for good last time, but look what happened.
Just remember, we have a new season also of Big City Greens. Remember, they're currently working on season 5. So we're still in season 4 of Big City Greens.
Season 5, let's go.
And again, so much craziness happening for Big City. Again, the story is right there. It's just more like the way that they do it is very vague.
Yeah,
it ain't like straightforward like what they did with Amphibia, but
yeah. I'm hoping that because each and every single one of these episodes leave out vague plot lines, but then the way they're executed, it can sometimes turn out to be surprising in a good way.
Yeah, indeed. So if anything, I'm looking forward for these Big City Greens episodes. They're great. One extra question for you: how did you like those Gloria episodes? Considering like what was it? Gloria was trying to get revenge on Jane or something like that.
10 out of 10.
What?
10 out of 10.
I'm sorry, but Gloria was trying to take out Jade.
No, but
take fire Jade or something.
But it delves into her insecurity and how she feels inferior to a newer coworker because of how much more dedicated she is than Gloria is, and you could definitely feel Gloria's pain.
And then that episode where Gloria was about to like blackmail Cricket.
And then there was this good continuity in terms of her character arc, because there was a time where she felt like the superior one in her workplace compared to Cricket, and now Gloria herself feels like the Cricket of the duo in comparison to Jade.
Yeah, so yeah, there's that as well. I'm talking about that other episode where like Gloria was gonna blackmail Cricket because he ate dog food.
Yeah, I'm just like, I do feel for Cricket, but at the same time, I kind of want Gloria to expose
why because he was about to read her diary.
yeah, and also the fact of how Cricket has, done things to Gloria in the past that I'm not exactly, happy with Cricket. He did scam her, mind you. He scammed Gloria one time.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. But then again, they are living in the same household now.
Yeah, they are. So I will say that the way that the blackmail episode was executed was, okay, I didn't expect it to go this way. I didn't expect it to go that way. That was actually kind of surprising.
And also that one episode where we get to see Gloria's parents again.
Yes, let's go. My parent-in-laws, let's go.
What the
Parents-in-law. Anyway,
what?
in all seriousness, though, it was nice to see the Green family try to hide from Chip. They're hiding in the suburbs, and yeah, we do get to see Gloria's parents, while the Greens try to hide using their own identities. Gloria's parents come and they're like, "Oh, it's the Greens."
Yeah, because they're trying to be the bloats or something.
And it's like, don't blow our cover. I think the fact that you incorporated Gloria's parents who already know their identities into the Greens plot trying to hide in the suburbs makes for great comedy.
Yeah, it definitely was a great comedy, especially when the Gloria parents would just be like, "Oh, these Greens are funny." And I'm like, okay, that's great. They actually get to see Gloria's parents again.
Because it is
now, yeah, I know they're in suburbs. So
Gloria was once a suburban woman before she moved to the big city.
Yes, we know. But either way, like, it's great to see them again. Who knows? We might see them again later on in season 4. But yeah, I mean, if anything, again, it's been getting strong so far. I've been liking the new Big City Greens episodes, and new episodes are coming in June. So yeah, we'll see how the storyline goes for Big City, but it's going to be looking great for the show right now.
I think so indeed. Each and every one of these episodes look promising.
All right. Also, last thing about television that we didn't post up here, there are also brand new KIF episodes that are happening in June. I haven't caught up with KIF. This is the reason why we don't have it in our lineup today.
I haven't caught up with KIF either. It's been a while since I've seen that show, but I do remember KIF being such a upbeat, funny slice of life show.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all the things happening on Disney Channel. We also do want to bring up one more show that kind of piqued us a little bit, and that is the new Predator show, Predator: Killer of Killers. This is a movie about a Viking raider, a ninja in feudal Japan, and a World War II pilot who encounters a fierce intergalactic hunter, which is the Predator. When you saw the trailer, what things like popped out to you when you saw this?
When I saw the trailer of this movie, the first thing I did to myself is that the animation is so stylized and so badass. Like it gives out a mixture of arcane like action and badassery, combines it with Spider-Verse like animation by the movements and by the animation style.
Yeah, so the one thing that comes out to me was, why does it look very much like Arcane? Because like the character designs look like Arcane, the shadowing, the 3D like animation that comes into it, and the fact that the Predator is like the enemy, and like you can see the Predator looks so much buffer than like what you saw in the movies, right?
Yeah, like from what we've seen here, this is definitely mature animation.
It definitely is more mature. I mean, the fact that the Predator movies are all like a rated R movie, and it makes sense, right? You can see the blood and gore that happens in those movies, dude.
Yeah, even though I haven't seen any of the Predator movies, I am a fan of experimental animation, which is why I'm drawn into this
Really?
movie.
Okay. So yes, the Predator movies. I must say, like, this is the start of like how I got involved with like Arnold Schwarzenegger, where I was like, oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger is in this movie, and I didn't know he would actually kill like predators.
Yeah.
There's like so many like I don't know about like creatures like creature movies, for example. Like you've seen Alien movies, you've seen Predator movies. Who knows, there'll be another AVP coming up real soon. Alien vs Predator.
Yeah, three things I know about the Predator movie franchise is that it's very popular. The first movie has Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he has fought the alien before.
Yes.
Yeah, so those are the only three things I know about it.
I've seen Predator, and of course it just gets thriller sometimes because he can like hide in the shadows. He can be invisible, by the way. Like he could kill people when he's freaking like blending in with the whole scenery. I'm like, dude, this is some tense shit.
I think that's what makes the Predator all the more threatening and intimidating. You don't see him coming.
So I don't know if we're having a big revival of Alien and Predator stuff, because you see the Alien Romulus movie that turned out to be a big hit, and now you have Predator. What was it, Killer of Killers, now coming out on Hulu? So
Yeah,
I'm expecting a rise of creature movies again. Is that what we're doing?
I think we're in a brand new age. We're starting a brand new age where it's the rise of these monster movies like Alien and Predator. And yeah, it actually wouldn't surprise if it goes well. Then chances are there could be another Alien versus P movie.
I mean, I would love it. It kind of reminds me of like the whole Godzilla versus Kong. How did that come to be?
Yeah, it's like the Godzilla versus King Kong of the sci-fi genre.
Yeah, but then it's aliens that kill people. at least Godzilla and Kong, they're just really rivals, I guess. I don't know follow called Godzilla versus Kong, but they keep on making money off it, I guess. Were you surprised that this movie was only for Hulu and Disney Plus?
Yeah, there's a part of me that is surprised, but at the same time, not really, because The Predator is a popular IP, which is why I'm partially surprised it didn't get the movie theater treatment. But then at the same time, I can sort of understand why, because of it possibly not doing so well in the box office. And I think it's also because when modern audiences look at this, they don't think of, oh, it's another Predator movie, because it doesn't look like a traditional Predator movie.
I kind of wonder how Arcane got to be then. Because like Arcane is a series. If it was a movie, would that go into the movie theaters?
Something tells me that the only people that would buy a ticket is League of Legends fans and animation fans, which doesn't make up an entire movie audience.
Would it be the same results for Predator then, if that's the case? Because there's going to be a lot more animation fans there, and maybe Predator definitely number one fans of Predators or something.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's definitely a double-edged sort of argument. It's sort of like it'll do well because of the Predator IP, but then at the same time, it doesn't look to be your traditional Predator movie.
Yeah, well, to be fair, like it is the Predator that is the villain. And who knows? Like, this is just a bunch of like folks that want to get rid of him. Obviously, kill the Predator. But
Yeah.
again, like it just turns out to be again something that comes out of my mind. I was thinking like, okay, is it gonna be another Predator movie? Kinda, with animation. Also, animation can go pretty crazy. I mean, you've seen some things that can go intense. Like they can rip bodies. They can, well, I don't know. Like the animation style again looks absolutely great. Like with Arcane, for example.
Yeah, and not to mention that the three titular protagonists of Viking Raider, a ninja in feudal Japan, and a World War II pilot coming together to defeat this big monster. That sounds awesome. Like, that's money I'd be willing to see.
Also, I just realized like Viking, feudal Japan, ninja, and World War II pilot. It looks like we're going back to where it all began.
Yeah, and it's three kinds of different characters you never expect to mesh together as a team.
Also, yeah, I mean, like, I'm assuming they probably, like, went into an island somewhere, and apparently a predator is about to hunt them down, you know?
Yeah, I think it's one of those cases where it's three outsiders, three outcasts, three different kinds of characters coming together to form a iconic trio. Sort of like Manny, Sid, and Diego in Ice Age, where it's three different characters come together and the chemistry just works. Same thing could apply here.
Again, this is gonna be it's interesting because this also comes out next week on June 6th. I haven't been caught. I haven't really known about the Predator that much. I only just saw like a couple movies about the Predator, but knowing the fact that it's an animated featured film on Hulu, who knows? I might give it a watch.
Yeah, out of curiosity, I'll check it out one of these days myself.
Okay, but yes, Predator: Killer of Killers is on. It's going to be on Hulu June 6th. So if you have a Hulu account, you can be able to watch it there next week.
Yeah.
All Predator. Right. So since we're going to be hopping onto the movies, we might as well talk about the movies that will also be coming out in the world of animation in June. And the first one we want to bring up is K-pop Demon Hunters. So let me go back to my notes here. K-pop Demon Hunters on June 20th. There will be a new movie coming out on Netflix, and that is Sony Picture Animation's K-pop Demon Hunters. What was it? The movie is about three K-pop superstars named Rumi, Mira, and Zoe, who use a secret identities as demon hunters to protect fans from the threat of demons sucking their souls. However, there is a catch. They are facing a rival boy band who are also demons in disguise. What's your thoughts on the fact that the villains are now a boy band?
Now, my thoughts are the fact that the demons are disguised as a boy band and they encounter this K-pop girl band who happens to be demon hunters does make for an interesting sort of hero versus villain dynamic, because it's two different K-pop bands, but they're on opposing sides, good versus evil. And that's what makes the concept of K-pop Demon Hunters unique, in that it's K-pop artists as demon hunters, and it could make for quite an interesting, unique film.
It's kind of interesting because, like, you were kind of wondering, like, oh, these K-pop stars are just doing performances by day and then demon hunting by night. That's like, okay, cool. But then, the other thing, I don't know, it just kind of like intrigued me a little bit. I'm like, really, are we just going with K-pop slayers now? And then the fact that I think the whole plot has changed for me was the fact that they're facing off with a boy band. And I was like, oh, okay, this has started to become like K-pop band battle of the bands to say, when you get to see a girl group take on a guy group.
Yeah, it's pretty much a mixture of, like, let's say, it pretty much asks the question, what if Blackpink were to become, Demon Slayers or something like that? It's sort of like that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to research like who is in this movie, because like they are also in boy bands as well. So like the boy band group actually is a boy band group, a literal K-pop boy band group. And same thing goes with the girls, because I believe they're also in a K-pop group as well.
And I think that's what makes the casting of the movie so authentic. It's the fact that you got legitimate K-pop artists, K-pop band groups, members that are taking part in this movie.
Well, like, also involved with this. Okay, so they're actually involved with the music, but to be fair, like the way that the cast look like, they're all Korean, which actually makes it more authentic.
Yeah, and I think that the authenticity of the casting is definitely what is going to help make the performances deliver.
Yeah, to be fair, like, I'm looking at the cast list as well. Like, they have Liza Koshy, who's not Korean. She's actually a host. You also have Daniel Dae Kim. You know him. He's also been famous around Hollywood. And also Ken Jeong. Come on, Ken Jeong is a well-known comedian.
How does one not know Ken Jeong?
So again, like the main cast is not like superstars or anything like that. We actually do have like Korean folks that actually are going to be a part of this movie, and I think that's a great emphasis. The fact that they actually are keeping it authentic, having like real K-pop stars and actually having real K-pop influence. Because I know that there are some people that actually worked on the music, and they are from K-pop bands.
Yeah, and it's going to be really interesting, and it's also helped by the fact that the animation style also carries the movie. From what I've seen in the trailer and from the footage, let's talk about the animation. How did you like the animation of the trailer?
Animation style, honestly, from the way I'm kind of seeing it, it looks just like the what was it, Mitch versus Machines.
Yeah, it has that Mitchell's versus Machines, Spider Verse, Vivo sort
I
of
could really
stylized
call it
animation style.
Spider Verse style. It definitely feels very Mitchell versus Machines, honestly.
It's also helped by how the animation is not only so stylized and unique with blending 2D and 3D animation styles together, like monosonic picture animation movies do nowadays, but also it's also helped by the character expressions. The character expressions can be so wild, so expressive, and there's even one or two anime like faces that pop up from their
Oh, from
expressions.
no, I mean that's kind of common, honestly. Like, the whole expressions kind of like is kind of a given now because they always love to animate it just that way. You could just think anime for that. But
Yeah.
like, come on, it kind of tells you like the girls are excited. The girls are, oh yeah, I can't wait for this. That kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what makes the girls all the more interesting to follow.
Yeah, like the girls are actually like really cool, like a good trio together. But of course the boy bands are also pretty sick too. It just thinks because that they're demons. Like it's I kind of want to see how those demons end up becoming like a legit boy band. Like how these five end up like seeing how the K-pop demon hunters are, and they try to like beat them at their own terms.
I
By
think that in terms of the writing of the boy band who are actually demons, it could go one of two ways. One, they're going to be a villain throughout, through and through, from beginning to end. Or the third act of the movie is going to give some sort of like tragic backstory and or redemption arc for them, and they'll end up turning good in the end. All the while facing their demon father, the demon king, that is the main antagonist of the movie. It's going to go in either direction.
yeah, it's going to be interesting. What do you? So that's all you expect to see from the movie? Is there anything else you want to bring up from that?
One thing I want to bring up is I'm excited to see to hear the K-pop music and
Oh
how
yeah.
the K-pop music is going to play a very key role in the movie.
I would imagine the soundtrack being all like hype for sure. I can see probably a couple of like Twice songs or BTS songs playing in the background. Maybe from their performances, maybe as battle noise, but you could probably see a lot of K-pop music. Come on, it says K-pop Demon Hunters, so
The movie is going to scream, "We love K-pop." It's going to put a heavy emphasis on the K-pop genre.
yeah. If anything, again, the action scenes look pretty epic. Again, the boy band versus girl band aspect also gets me. Also, I was kind of wondering how did the demons come in? Like, what's the source? What makes demons just pop out of nowhere, having K-pop stars defeat them?
I think that story, that question is going to be explored and answered
Yeah,
in the
it
movie.
probably will be in the movie. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I think the one thing that also was boggling our mind was the fact that this is actually going to be on Netflix, not in theaters. We were also debating why is this a good move or not. I explained this before. I think this is a good move for them because if you put it out in movie theaters, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a bust. But what are your thoughts on that?
While I would have preferred to give it the, I would have preferred to see this in theaters, but I do understand why they went the Netflix route because like you said, it would have been a bust. I think it would not have done so well in the box office, mainly because there's no popular IP that is attached to it. Like when you look at Spider-Verse, the reason why those movies have been doing so well is because they do have the IP attached to it, and that is Spider-Man. But when you look at K-pop Demon Hunters, there's no pre-existing IP that is attached to it. The closest thing to a popular
It's kind of like they're
Yeah.
making their own franchise from this movie. I mean, you've done it with Mitch versus the Machines, and that was successful.
Yeah, I think that the closest thing to a popular trend that you can find in the movie is K-pop, and even at that, it isn't enough to have it make millions or billions of dollars.
The thing is that what K-pop, BTS, Blackpink, you didn't really put a freaking like band name on it. It's just a genre.
It's just a genre, but it is a popular genre.
Yeah, it's a popular genre, but it's like, wait, so who's backing up the songs? Twice, BTS, what was it? Blackpink, Little Seraphim. There's a lot of like K-pop bands out there, but you're not telling me which bands are actually like helping out in this movie.
Something tells me there could be one or two songs from each of them into
Yes,
the movie.
that's what I was thinking too. They're probably, again, they're involved with the music, so I'm thinking they're probably going to make new songs from the bands in this movie. Let's say.
Yeah, I think that like 90% of songs are going to be original.
Yes, well, I don't know about that. I think 50-50, honestly. There
Oh, so-
might be some tracks that they've already done before, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of like what Rihanna's doing with the Smurfs movie, having her new music, along with her music also being a part of the soundtrack for Smurfs.
Okay, so it's going to be a good mixture of original songs and already re-recorded songs.
Yes, they're gonna be original songs. Yeah, I'm getting confused about it too. But to be fair, like it usually has old song. You've seen like movies before; they have taken old songs and put it on there. Yeah,
Yeah, it's been done for ages, and I think that K-pop Demon Hunters is going to follow that.
it's probably
So,
gonna do that. I'm pretty
technique.
again like who knows what new songs are gonna be coming up from the K-pop Demon Hunters, but I'm not really being very picky about the music. I'm just hoping that it actually leads into a great animated film.
I think so. The songs will definitely play a key essential role in enhancing the story and as well as bringing the K-pop spirit into the movie.
Yeah. Again, this is going to be a tough one for me. To be fair, like at least it's going to be on Netflix. I'll have time to watch it. I won't say this will be a day one movie for me, but yeah, it's coming out on June 20th, so I do have time to think about it if it's going to be a good movie for me to watch on Netflix. But yes, K-pop Demon Hunters is coming out on June 20th on Netflix. So if you're a big fan of K-pop, go ahead and check it out.
Yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters I do plan to see as soon as I can.
Okay. Yeah, I honestly was like, we're really talking about this now. All right, last but not least, I think the other big movie that we're going to be discussing tonight is from Disney and Pixar, and I think you've all been waiting for it since you've seen a lot of trailers for it. It is Elio. It comes out on June 20th as well, the same time as K-pop Demon Hunters.
Man, June we got some good coverage
Yeah.
in June, don't we?
So yes, Pixar's upcoming movie Elio is coming this June. This movie follows a boy named Elio who finds himself beamed up to the Communiverse, which is an interplanetary organization with different creatures from different galaxies. You've seen the trailers, you've seen how colorful it is. Well, how excited are you about it?
I'm really excited for this because it is Pixar's original movie, and it's about a boy going into outer space to see different galaxies, meet different alien creatures. Like, this movie makes you want to go to outer space.
I mean, well, to be fair, like this is just more of like I don't know if I've seen like alien movies for like E.T. for example. Yes, that's like a outer space sort of movie.
It's a fish out of water movie. I would say this is the reverse ET, in which in the actual ET movie, you had the alien being sort of a fish out of water himself. This one, you have the human being a fish out of water in a world full of aliens.
I find it odd. Like out of all people, it is Elio that got pulled into space, and is the one that's going to like represent Earth, as many other creatures are like around there trying to communicate with each other. I'm excited about it because I do love the fact that like Pixar and Disney are not actually putting so much emphasis on the movie. They're not revealing too much.
Yeah,
Because from what I'm seeing right now, it's just mostly a alien and Elio just hanging out and having fun in the space area that they're in right now.
Yeah, I think that's very clever of Pixar to sort of like keep key essential plot points hidden because they want to make it. They want to reveal to us some surprises when we see.
And
the
that's
movie.
what makes me want to watch it now, because like everything looks already great as it is. Like what was it? The Elio being a really nice kid. Like he wants a mission to be beamed up into outer space, find aliens or something. Like you see from the trailers, like he's just a weird kid that wants to be like transported up to outer space.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact that the animation looks unique, but especially the character designs look unique, and also the animation, especially the landscapes of the outer space, look gorgeous.
They've always been like that because you see that in Inside Out too. Like they've improved on like background design and character design.
I'm saying like Elio is. What when I seen the trailer, Elio makes excellent use of color. Like the colors feel very vibrant.
Well, vibrant in outer space. If
Yeah.
you're talking about how Earth is, I don't think so. Yeah.
No. Everything else outside the Earth, like everything else outside the Earth,
Like I
looks
can see
beautiful.
Communiverse. Like Communiverse absolutely looks colorful from the way things are going over there. Seeing a bunch of aliens like communicate with each other, having Elio being a part of it all. Like he's going through the Communiverse in the trailer, having fun with this new alien friend that he met up with. So that's the thing about it. Again, I don't know the plot line yet because they don't actually give a plot line. It just shows Elio and the alien. But there probably is something in the back where there might be they might destroy Earth.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. And I think it's helped that by the fact that Elio is a fun-loving boy, and he's generally likable in this. Like, you definitely want to see him succeed in the movie. You want to see him have fun.
And I know that there's going to be a big like plot line. And remember, the mother is also worried about him too. Like, I've seen him worried about. I've seen her mother worried about Elio, like even starting in school, and the fact that like he got beamed up to Earth. I would imagine she's probably dreaded, like hella depressed about it.
Well, yeah, any mother would.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, he'll have Elio's adventure, but like, who knows? He's probably still communicating with him somehow.
Yeah, I think that. I think what will happen is that Elio's mother will find a way to communicate with Elio.
Yeah, because I would imagine there probably is going to be two stories where you get to see Elio in space while the mother is still down trying to find out what happened to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm wondering how, like, something about Elio's mother character is going to heavily remind me of Stranger Things, in which it's going to be the mother trying to find out a way to communicate with her son, even though he's in a different world. It'll give me those vibes.
Yeah, probably will give me that as well. So just a heads up for everyone that knows about what was happening behind the scenes. Elio was actually supposed to be released in March, because of the SAG-AFTRA thing that happened in 2023, it got heavily pushed back. What are your thoughts on the fact that it now got pushed back to this summer instead of last March 2024?
I think that it was a smart move, not just because during its original release date, SAG-AFTRA was still affecting Hollywood, but also I feel like releasing it in summer would make for even greater success than it would be if it had to be released in March. Because summer is where movies make a lot of money. And
I think because of the
summer blockbuster.
I think because of the SAG-AFTRA strikes, it's the reason why they couldn't be able to complete the film on that date of March 1st. Because you have everybody striking, you have everybody off their work. So people who are producing the movie, who were working on the movie, obviously didn't work because of the strike, which means it makes sense why they pushed it back.
Yeah, they pushed it back, and it was a smart move of Pixar to do so, because it would not have made it wouldn't
be successful.
It wouldn't be successful during
Plus,
the time.
like, they were gonna be rushing them as much, and you don't want that to happen. So when you put SAG-AFTRA on strike, especially those that were producing the film, you would understand why they would have to push it back. I mean, March 1st after the 2023 strikes is not feasible anymore.
It isn't feasible, and now that we're well past the point of SAG-AFTRA now, I think that, like, since movies are being shown more again, like, they're not affected by the after effects of the strike anymore. Now we can watch Elio and expect good success to come out of it.
I think this might be a successful movie. I mean, but kind of, I've said this before, I think we're kind of in the right track for Pixar as they continue to succeed. Inside Out 2 was a great movie. Now we're seeing Elio for the first time on June 20th, and it feels like that might be a successful film. And who knows, we might go back into original movies again, because I know Hoppers is another thing in their lineup. Toy Story 5 is in their lineup. There's just so many things that Pixar has that's coming up, and I'm thinking, maybe we're on the right track of things to come for Pixar.
Yeah, because I'm sick of Pixar, doing sequels all the time.
Well, they're doing sequels all the time. Again, original ideas are still there.
Yeah, they are doing original ideas. Look at Elemental, for example. But
yes.
I'm saying, like, they do tend to have sequel ideas sometimes. But
yes,
not
they
all
do.
the time.
Yes, they do. Not all the time. Yes, I get it. Toy Story 5 is also happening. Plus, Incredibles 3 is also happening. And to be fair, I think everyone was hyped about that. Everyone was really hyped about Incredibles 3.
I'm hyped about Incredibles 3 because it has a chance to make it up for Incredibles 2.
Yeah.
But the reason why I want Elio to succeed is because I'm rooting for original movies to be successful.
Yeah, I know. And I can't wait to see this as well. So Elio comes out on June 20th in theaters. I think this will probably help Disney get back up to its feet. So, again, Pixar, Disney, this is pretty much a great... it's kind of like a deciding factor for me if you're actually going to do well or not. So
yeah, I hope it does. But, yeah... balls in your court. Hope you'll do well.
Hopefully we do well. I think that's pretty much it for June. Anything else you want to bring up for June?
One thing I do want to bring up for June is that the Switch 2 is coming.
That's true. The Switch 2. Did you all pre-order, by the way? Switch 2 is coming out next week.
I know I did, and I am looking forward to picking it up. So that's really all I can really say. I'll definitely go into more detail next week when we discuss about it. But yeah,
No, next week. Well, no, I thought it would come out the week. Like it comes out next week. The thing is, like, it's not during our stream day though.
No, but it comes after our stream day. But I'm saying that I'll be talking more about how excited I am for it.
I could probably think this guy is going to be probably in his room for quite some time playing Mario Kart now.
Yeah, and then of course I invite you to.
Yeah, I want to try it myself. I want to see how this whole Switch 2 debacle was, because I'll get a Switch 2 eventually, not now, because my finances are quite something. But it will probably come out later where I'll get the Switch 2. I want to get my first hands-on experience and seeing how it goes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I don't know what other things to discuss when it comes to the world of animation on June, but I think that's all the highlights that we could bring up.
So I just want to say that I'm very excited for June and what's to come from it. I'm excited for the upcoming summer.
Yeah, summer's already starting, by the way, and it's kind of funny that it starts with Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, it's ironic. Yeah, it's a beautiful
because
irony.
Like 104 days of summer vacation. Summer vacation starts in June, so it's time for everybody to enjoy their summer vacation, I guess.
enjoy your fun in the sun.
Yeah, hope you guys have a amazing summer as things start off next week. We'll be back next week for a new episode of the Anination podcast. We have a lot to discuss in the world while we were away the last 2 weeks.
That is for sure. There's
a lot of things that just popped up that we need to discuss a lot. That's for sure. And we can't wait to bring it all for you guys next week. But in the meantime, thank you all very much for checking out this short video of us discussing all the big things that's happening in June in 2025. If you like the video, make sure you like the video, subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, and also hit the bell button so you'll be notified when we'll be coming on next. And then the bottom of the screen that you're looking at right now is our social medias, our Blue Sky, our Instagram, and our Twitter. Please follow them so you can be updated on all things, all news in the world of animation.
Yeah, we just want to say thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for listening, and it's good to be back after 2 weeks.
It's definitely great. Well, kind of, not really. I mean, I would love to be back in anime to hang out with friends. I don't know.
And I like to be back in Hawaii with my family, but you know, reality's got to come at some point.
The good times must come to an end eventually.
Hey, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It's a good way to bring it. By the way, I swear to God, I thought you got. Why would you still be a Candace hater?
It's a hot take. I just
very hot take. Yeah, very hot take indeed. I don't get you.
I'm sorry. I never liked her.
But she gets better. I just feel because you stopped watching it after second season or something.
Like she still came off as a snitch to me. It's like,
oh come on,
someone at that age.
Oh come on,
someone at that age shouldn't focus on busting her little siblings. She should focus.
That was
on
only for like a
stuff.
small part. It's not a huge episodes or anything.
It's a huge emphasis on the character, though.
Whatever. If you all hate him for hating Candace, yes, please do. Please just
egg
on him. Egg on him. All right, bye everybody. We'll see you guys next week.
See y'all later.